Good morning, children. Yesterday and before day links you might have seen, right? And you understood the lesson and what we have completed in last video about the bacteria, about fungi and fermentation, how in industrial wise how we'll use the microbes. These all we have completed, right? And alcohol, how the alcohol is produced in industrial level. These all you understood very well. And the fermentation process is identified by Louis Pasteur, a scientist. So next we will move on to our next topic, that's also from microorganisms friend and foe lesson. How the microorganisms are useful for us in the especially in field of medicine. So medical uses of microbes we'll see now. So what's our today's topic is medicinal uses of microbes. What's our today's topic is medicinal uses of microbes. How microbes are helping in medicine, that we'll see now. For example, children, when you get fever or when you are not feeling well, what you'll do? Of course, you'll go to a doctor. Then he will examine you and he'll suggest he will write some prescription and he will ask you to take some antibiotics. Then what are antibiotics means? What's the meaning of antibiotics? So we will discuss now about antibiotics. Antibiotics are nothing but the microbes would stop the growth of other microbes. The disease causing microbe. Diseases are caused by microbes only. That's you know very well, right? So those diseases again are subsided by using the another microscope. So those are known as antibiotics. These antibiotics were first identified by Alexander Fleming, a great scientist. What he did, he was culturing the bacteria. Bacteria culture, while doing the growth of bacteria, they'll do the culture of bacteria. So when he is doing the culture of bacteria, suddenly he observed in the bacterial group some spores he observed. These spores are nothing but spores are present in which type of microorganism we already studied? No. Which group will have spores? Yes, the fungi group will have spores in them. So along with the bacteria, the fungi group were growing. So he observed that the spores are growing more and they stop the growth of bacteria. So that experiment, he got an idea, okay, some microbes growth can be stopped by using the another microbes. So by this, he identified the antibiotics. Antibiotics are nothing but the microbes which stops the growth of disease causing microbes. They stops the growth of disease causing microbes. They stops the growth of disease causing microbes. Which microbes are caused for any particular disease, those can be stopped. Their growth can be stopped by using another microbes. So this word was, and this process, this scientific invention was done by Alexander Fleming. Who invented the antibiotics? Alexander Fleming. Who invented? Alexander Fleming first invented antibiotics. He invented penicillin. What he invented? Penicillin. Penicillin is an antibiotic. Doctors will write n number of antibiotics according to the disease or according to the symptoms. First, they will test that antibiotic in your body, whether is it suitable to your body or not, and they will prescribe you some antibiotics according to the disease. We have a number of antibiotics like erythromycin, tetracycline. These all are examples for antibiotics. And sometimes People when they are suffering, when they got any disease, without consulting only they start using the antibiotics. Is it good for our body? Not at all. It's too dangerous, you know. So some precautions we need to take when we are using antibiotics. So we'll see now what are the precautions. What are the precautions we need to take while using antibiotics? Whenever you are using antibiotics, you must consult a qualified doctor. First, you should consult a qualified doctor. When he prescribes, then only you start using the antibiotics. And one should complete the course of antibiotics. Some people start using antibiotics, some days they'll use and they stop using them. And then later, when the symptoms again reoccur in them, they start using the antibiotics again. We never should do like that. If doctor prescribe a course in a particular period of time, that period we need to complete it. A period of a course should be completed. Okay, and then unnecessarily if we use antibiotics, they may harm for our body. They may some useful bacteria will be inside, some useful microbes can get killed by using this unnecessary antibiotics. So unnecessarily, whenever it's not needed to us, we should not use the antibiotics. And so how many points we should keep in mind? First, we should consult a qualified doctor. According to his advice, a particular course of time we have to follow we must take the antibiotics. And the next one is, whenever unnecessarily, we should not use the antibiotics. These are the things we should keep while using the antibiotics. And now another use of in medical field, we are also using microbes for vaccines, for the preparation of vaccines. So now we will see what's the meaning of vaccine. In your home, smaller kids will be, your younger sisters and brothers will be, they used to go for the vaccination, before 2 years, before 5 years, at a particular period of time, your parents used to take them to take for the vaccination. You might have observed that, right? In our country, every year a campaign will be for the polio drops campaign. Pulse polio program our government used to conduct. What they are giving, what's the meaning of pulse polio? What actually they'll give to the children? That is nothing but the vaccine. Vaccine means a dead and weakened microbe. A dead or weakened microbe. Weak microbe. Dead or weakened microbe, wantedly they will insert into the human body. Actually, the microbes are causing for the diseases, no. But wantedly, doctors will inject into our body some microbes. Not so powerful, weak microbes or dead microbes, wantedly they will insert into the body. That's nothing but vaccination. Then what's the purpose? Why they are doing like this? Microbes are harmful. Then why they are inserting microbes? Why? Because they are, by seeing that microbes, our body has number of cells. You know that. Okay. In last year in class 7, you learned about transport system. In transport system, what cells are present? There are a number of cells in transport system. First one is RBC, second one is WBC, and third one is platelets. So these are the 3 types of cells present in our blood. And you know the functions of these cells. RBC is useful for transportation of oxygen and nutrients to each and every part of our body. Every cell need oxygen and nutrients. Those are transported by RBC. And WBC means white blood cells. They are very useful in our body because they will produce some antibodies. WBCs produce some antibodies. What they are producing? They produce some antibodies. These antibodies have the capacity to kill or to send out the foreign particle or any microbe which entered in our body. So, why our doctors are giving vaccine means this WBC has to identify the foreign particle or has to identify the type of microorganism which entered into the body. They will identify and they will prepare some antibodies in advance. In advance to get prepared that weakened or dead microbe they are inserting into our body. Now anyhow you know the function of platelets. When you get a scratch or by mistake any wound occurred, the blood oozes out. To stop the flow of blood, the platelets will help a lot. They'll come to the particular area and they'll clot the blood. So here in the vaccines, which cells are taking important role? The white blood cells are taking very important role. What they are preparing? They are preparing antibodies. Antibodies will fight against the microorganisms which entered into our body. They will make the microorganisms weak and they'll send out from the body. So by using these vaccines, diseases like smallpox has completely eradicated from our country. And even polio, smallpox, polio, these diseases are completely eradicated from our country by using the vaccines. So in this way, the microbes are helping a lot to protect the human beings. And now we will see not only for medicine wise, they are also helping to keep our environment neat and clean. How they are helping, in what way they are keeping our environment neat and clean, we will see now. So our next topic is how our microorganisms are helping to keep our environment clean. Then vaccines are identified by first time Edward Jenner, that we forgot here. So vaccines are first identified by which scientist? Edward Jenner. Who identified the vaccines first time? Edward Jenner identified the vaccines first time. Okay. What is the basic idea back of the vaccines? To produce the antibodies. Who will produce the antibodies? WBCs will produce the antibodies. So to get prepared, antibodies will be ready in our body. Then and there, whenever the germs enter into the body, whenever the microbes enter into the body, immediately they can fight on that microbes. Okay, so up to here we completed the vaccines. Now we will see how our microbes are helping to clean our environment. So now we are discussing about how microbes are helping to clean our environment. What's the meaning of environment? Yes, everybody know this answer. The environment is the biotic and abiotic things around us known as environment. So how these microbes are helping to keep the environment clean? To understand this, anyhow you are at home now, you can do one small activity. You take two pots like this you take and name it as A. Name one pot as A and the other pot you name it as B. Okay, how many pots you have taken? 2 pots. One is A and the other one is B. And fill the soil, half of the soil in pot A and fill the soil even in pot B. And now in pot A, every day your kitchen waste will be your wet waste which you will get from your kitchen like fruit peels, vegetable peels and all you keep in pot A. And in pot B, a dry waste like your biscuit wrappers, chocolate wrappers, plastic covers and all you dump in pot B. Now sow the seeds. Both the pots you sow the seeds. Pot A you sow the seeds, pot B also you sow the seeds. And regularly water for both the pots. And then after 1 week you observe in which pot the plant has grown, in which pot germination occurred, in which pot plant is healthy. These all you can observe. Definitely this activity makes you engage and you feel happy while doing this. You get some time and do this activity in your home. So finally what we can conclude by this activity is, in this pot A we are added the organic matter. What we are added in pot A? Organic matter we added. What's the meaning of organic matter? The organic matter is nothing but the matter which contain carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, like your proteins. All the nutrients have all these elements, right? So this organic matter needs some microbes. With the help of some microbes, this organic matter gets decomposed. What happens? Decompose. Organic matter is getting decomposed by whom? By microbes. What happens? It gets decomposed. Decompose means changing. Changing this organic matter into manure. Organic matter finally changes into like manure. How it happens? With the help of microbes. Who are helping in this process? Microbes are helping. They have the capacity to convert organic matter into manure. So, for example, if you take any street dog or any animal died on streets, generally nobody will care for the dead body. Just foul smell will come, then we close our nose and we'll move on the same way. Nobody won't concern for that. In particular time, these microbes are helping a lot. Somehow GHMC people or someone will remove that dead body and make our street clean. That doesn't matter. Later what happens? When it goes to the dumping yards, there the microbes are taking a lot of role. They will convert the dead body totally into organic matter and they make this organic matter to mix in the soil. So, in the same way, even in forest, if any wild animal died, in forest nobody will bury that animal or nobody will take care of that animal. Then in such cases, microbes are helping a lot. They will decompose the dead body and they will convert into like organic matter. Again, it get mixed in the soil. So in this way, the microbes are keeping our environment clean. So what we understood in our subtopic, today's subtopic is medicinal uses of microbes. We learned about medicinal uses of microbes. How microbes are helping in medicine. What way they are helping? They are helping to prepare the antibiotics. Antibiotics means would stop the growth of disease causing microbes. Disease causing microbes growth can subsided, can stopped by using the another microbes. They are known as antibiotics. And who has identified the antibiotics first time? Alexander Fleming. Which antibiotic he found? Penicillin. Some other examples for antibiotics are tetracycline, erythromycin. These are the examples for antibiotics. And next, what precautions we need to take while using antibiotics? Go to a qualified doctor and use the particular course of time complete, and unnecessarily don't use the antibiotics. These all we discussed, right children? And now next we come to the vaccines. Also we understood vaccines are nothing but dead and weakened part of microbes. Who invented the vaccine first time? Edward Jenner invented the vaccine first time. When we insert the dead and weakened part of microbe, what our white blood cells are producing? Our white blood cells are producing the antibodies. Antibodies will fight against the disease causing germs. And vaccines we are giving to get prepared antibodies in advance. So some diseases which are eradicated by using vaccines like smallpox and polio. And what is the another use of microbes? They are helping to clean our environment. And you also did, you are going to do one activity also based on this. And we discussed about how microbes are helping to convert organic matter into manure. So these all we completed today, children. So based on this, once you read this lesson from your textbook and 2 questions I'll give you as home assignment, you complete that home assignment and post it in your WhatsApp. So note down our today's home assignment is write 2-3 questions for your home assignment, children. So the first question is, what are the precautions? What precautions we need to take? What precautions we need to take while using antibiotics. What precautions we need to take while using antibiotics? And the next question is, explain about vaccines. Your next question is, explain about vaccines. And the third one is, how microbes are helping to keep our environment clean. How microbes are helping to keep our environment clean. So these 3 questions, children, now go through your textbook once again, clearly understand, and then write answers for these 3 questions in your notebook. Okay, children? Thank you.